flag pit stop. He's up in the top 5.
All right. All the Fords are in the top.
So, we couldn't fix Junior's car. He's out of it.
Jamie?
And they're all right where they want to be right now. Danica Patrick in the 10. Earlier in the race, she said her car just was not good. The wind was so strong, she could feel it. The handling wasn't good. She said that her car was actually better under yellow flag conditions. But it's coming around. After the stops, they've made some changes. And she's running second right now, surrounded by her teammates.
Thanks, Jamie. Now, Dale Earnhardt Jr. is out of the race. He will talk to us after the trip to the care center, and that's something new this year also. If you drive your car back to the garage previously, you could avoid that trip to the care center, but now every driver goes to get checked out if they are involved in an accident and out of the race. Well, Harvick, Patrick, Busch, Logano,
come on, Danica!
At the front. Blaney Newman's the first Chevrolet in 7th. Joey Gase is the first Toyota in 13th. Michael Waltrip and Paul Menard took the wave around on this caution, so they're on the tail end of the lead lap.
We always think, how does a caution benefit somebody? But boy, look who it's benefited. All those Fords that came in under green.
That's unbelievable. I don't think I've seen that in a long, long time, that many Fords in the top 10s. All of them. I mean, in the top 12, really, only out of the top 12, 2 Chevrolets and the rest Fords.
Let's go! Woo!
Gets on the gas, middle of the restart zone. Bringing Joey Logano and Ryan Blaney with him on the outside.
Something didn't go right there to me. I mean, Harvick was he was on it, took off. Danica didn't go.
Now Joey Logano's dropped in behind Kevin Harvick in front of his teammate Danica Patrick.
You know, Danica's quietly been doing a really good job down here this week. She had a great finish in the Clash last week. Finished 4th. And she's had some good top 10 runs in these two early in that first stage that we had. Looked pretty good.
Yeah, in the Clash, she came from outside the top 10 to finish 4th and close to 2nd in 1 lap.
Yep.
Wow, look at all that speedy drive. I know that there's no real issue with the car driving through there other than you can't see. That covers your windshield for at least a split second, especially with the sun beating down on turns 3 and 4 right now.
Yeah, Jeff, that will become a problem as we go into the latter stage of this race. That sun is right in your eyes as you exit turn 4.
Another aggressive move by Ryan Blaney. Tell you what, he's doing an excellent job today, but he's certainly driving aggressively. He's making a bunch of side drafts. He's even on his Penske teammate there, sort of teammate, Brad Keselowski, getting a push from Eric Almirola. Eric unfortunately lost one of his helpers right there in A.J. Allmendinger, who drops down to the bottom lane.
I think that Blaney kid's got just enough experience to be dangerous. He's really, really aggressive. He makes moves that are questionable maybe to some, but man, does he put on a show. He doesn't, if there's an opening, he goes for it.
That Wood Brothers team now operates as a satellite to Team Penske, who provides the cars, the parts, the equipment, and much of the pit crew to the Wood Brothers, who apologized to Roger the other day for having to roll out a backup car. And Roger Penske said that we don't have backup cars. All our cars are #1 cars. Don't apologize. No apology necessary.
Roger Penske celebrated his 80th birthday last week. Going strong. Racetrack is coming into shade now, Mike. The front straightaway all the way down to turn 1, almost all halfway through 1 and 2. This is shaded pretty good by now. Sun's still beaming down on that 4th turn, though.
Closing in on the end of stage 2.
Danica third.
Back there in 9th spot. Newman and Allmendinger. Everybody else in the top 10 are Fords right now.
Woo, this right here, that's a mess. these guys are slicing and dicing back in here. They're 3 wide, and everybody's trying to get to the front before this stage ends.
Well, especially somebody like A.J. Allmendinger. You know, they look at this as an opportunity to get into the points, score some of those points that are awarded after a stage.
See, I think these two cats right here, if the 24 and the 21 got together, that'd be a good little
As they come around this time, it'll be 3 laps to go to the end of the second stage, which is pretty much your last chance to pit, unless you're one of those top couple of cars at the front when we come around to 2 to go.
If you're going to pitch, you better be letting somebody know it because they're all over the top of each other right now.
No takers for pit road.
Guys, one of the Fords in that top 10, how about Clint Boyer in that 14 car, his crew chief Michael Bugaravich? What a nice recovery they've made. It wasn't that long ago he was saying, do I have a parachute hanging out the back of my car?
Let's see if they got that thing knocked in or not. It's still hanging out there a little bit. They might want to do something to that on the pit stop.
Just think how fast that car would go if he does get that fixed.
Well, that's how he knows there's something going on back there.
Right here, man. Just push hard, be smart, put the 2 to go.
So let's explain the pit closure rule. At the end of stage 2 with 2 laps to go, coming by this time, the pits close when the leader crosses the start-finish line. At some tracks, that's just enough time for somebody in second, third, or fourth, perhaps, to get to pit road. Perhaps.
I love that radio communication. Push hard, be smart.
Yeah.
Those two don't always go together.
Well, Ryan Blaney has drifted back just about out of the top 10. That outside lane not working as well as it was earlier.
He seems to keep losing some of his helpers. He just doesn't have any drafting partners. They keep dropping down to that inside lane.
Yeah, I thought he and Chase Elliott would really maybe be able to hook up and go to the front, but boy, they've gone backwards.
Yeah, they hooked up, but they went the wrong way.
They did. They didn't go anywhere. You know,
Come
Mike, I believe
on.
the track temps have cooled way down. We haven't checked them lately, but the temps have gone down. The cars are really handling well right now, running fast lap times, too.
But I don't know about that. I just saw the back of Jimmy Johnson's car step out.
Well, he's had a little issue with that car, you know, so that's not totally surprising.
All right, this is the last lap of stage 2. Battle for 10th place right there. Blaney and Busher, the 21, the 37. Busher, the last point that's at stake.
Yeah, Mike Busher doing a heck of a nice job today in that 37 car. First time for JGR to have those 2-car team, and he's performing.
And he's another one of those drivers and teams that they want to get the opportunity to get points any chance they can get. This is a great opportunity.
Kurt Busch to the high side, bringing Brad Keselowski.
Here we go.
Joey Logano went up to cover, dropped back to the bottom. Here they come to the green and white tablecloth to signify the end of stage 2.
Oh.
Harvick. As Joey Logano made a bold move to the inside, Kevin Harvick wins stage 2.
If you don't think these stages are making more intense racing out there, look at that. I mean, they want it.
Danica 5th.
That was intense right there with the 22 and the 4. Wow.
Is this a preview of what we'll see 80 laps from now? Harvick in the 4, the yellow car is Logano, red and black is Kurt Busch.
Yeah.
Wow, slice and dice.
Wow.
Kevin Harvick wins stage 2.
Good job.